Welcome to part 2 of Full Metal Alchemist review. Creator watches toons. Yeah, my phone has mental problems. I'm not really going to get into it, so I can get this review done quick, you know. I don't want to have 4 parts for the same thing. Okay, now back where we were. Okay, so they visit the sun god. Well, they don't visit him. First they go to the town. They break radio. Al fixes it with alchemy. Everybody's like, oh my god, alchemy. And the famous Elric brothers are there in the town of the sun god. And supposedly he's fake and phony because he has the stone, but it's not the real stone, it's a replica of the stone. And they fight him, and the town people in the end find out the truth, that he's a phony. And he works for lust and gluttony. And I'll get into that later on in this review. Okay. Next, we're going to be talking about more. I explained the episodes. I want you guys to go check it out and then express your feelings about this anime. I don't want to get in too much detail. I'm going to talk about favorite characters. Well, okay. Let me tell you about this character named Scar. Scar is a complete badass. He is literally the badass of the badass. He is beyond belief. Okay, well, he is pretty much what the opposite, well, he thinks he is. He uses alchemy, but he believes that he's not using alchemy. He believes that his brother gave him a power from God to destroy alchemy. He's badass. You see him later in the series. Who else is badass? Colonel Mustang. I already said that, for his reasons of flame alchemy use. A lot of the alchemists in that show are really badass. And by the way, the show ends pretty badass too. The whole show is badass. Let me check how I'm doing on time. I want to at least do this for a little bit longer. So I highly, highly recommend you people go and see this show, like, before you watch this review, because I'm about to spoil a couple other things. And so let me talk about different things of the show, like the great quotes they have. They have some pretty good quotes. I'm not going to lie, like the man that had wax wings that flew too close to the sun. That's an awesome quote. I love that quote. I posted that on Facebook. The law of equivalent exchange. And other things of sorts. And I'm going to talk about one of my most, like, I would say, favorite episodes is when when Ed is about to become, one of my favorite is like when Ed is about to become a state alchemist. The goal and the whole couple of those episodes when he's about to become a state alchemist, the studying, it like reminds me of like how I would study or cram in for like a test. That's what it reminds me of. Studying really hard to do something, practicing it over and over and over again, but then in the end, the doctor that was helping them is a bad guy, and he makes chimeras. Chimeras are half one animal mixed with another, and also sometimes humans. And the problem with this guy is that it's also a law of alchemy that you cannot mix a human with a chimera or a human with a beast. And that's what this doctor does. And Ed almost kills him. But Scar is the one who kills him in the end because he finds him to be an indecent human being and he blows his head off. And there's a lot of gore. And another one of my favorite episodes is when Edward first confronts Scar, like one of his fight battles against Scar, one of the bigger ones that led into a town and it involved other alchemists. That fight battle, I'm not going to spoil too much because you should go see it. It's really badass. I highly recommend that episode. I highly recommend the show. Another episode that is pretty amazing is the episode that spoiler alerts if you have not seen this show. The episode that they find out that their mom is one of the 7, they're kind of like the 7 deadly sins. There's 7 of them. One of the 7, I forget what they're called in the show, but they're like puppets. They're resurrected because what people do human alchemy. When people do human alchemy, that's what happens. And their mother is one of them. I forget which one she is. I think she is Envy. Not Envy. She is Sorrow or something. I don't really remember, but I know there's Envy, Sorrow or something. Wrath, Lust, Gluttony, and a couple other ones. I can't really remember correctly all the other ones, but that's probably one of my favorite episodes because it puts Ed and Al in one of the toughest predicaments they've ever been put in their lives. And it's pretty sad at the end, I'm gonna lie. And you know, I'm about to tell you, this show is not just sad, it's emotional, it's dramatic, it's action-packed, it makes you think a little bit. It is amazing. And my final verdict for this show is a 10 out of 10 stars. Amazing. Amazing verdict. You have to go see this now, right now. You need to run, it's on Netflix. Either find it on Netflix or you can probably find it for free online. Go see this show. It is highly recommended. It gets must go see seal of approval by the Creator HD. Well, see you next time, folks. This is a 2-part series, so check both parts out. Leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next week, or maybe this Saturday for the Kick-Ass review. I'll think about it. And this is the Creator HD. See you all next time. Bye.